Hello. Welcome back to the tube. How am I today? No, I'm really good today. I'm really good today. I had a bit of a lull. Had a bit of a dipsy doovie. No, but like yesterday was it wasn't a hard day. It was just, those days where you just like, like body was a bit achy. Obviously I'm still very much natural, still trying to train hard, still trying to progress, still trying to juggle work, life, family, relationships, businesses, new ventures. And yesterday I was just a bit, I don't know if I really want to train today. And the story was that you very rarely hear about someone leaving a gym session feeling worse than when they walked in. I walked out of this gym session last night. I had some really good interactions in the gym. I trained at 4:30 in the afternoon. Yeah, and if anyone knows anything about me, I really don't like to train that late in the afternoon. But that's just how much I dilly-dallied and piss-farted around to try and procrastinate from getting to the session. I had a bunch of work that needed to be done, but I kind of piss-farted around for before the session. Got to the gym too late, and if you get to the gym at prime time, it's never a good time because everyone wanted to chat, which was fine because that kind of like built me up and motivated me and put me into a really good mindset to be able to train. So being able to like run into some clients and some athletes that I work with at the gym that I train at, help them through some sets, talk them through some stuff, 3 or 4 clients that I saw that are currently in prep. So had like a bit of a powwow with them, sort of got them up and about, which in turn got me up and about. I find that the best way to improve my mentality is to improve someone else's mentality. So if I can improve someone else's mentality, then in turn that's gonna filter down to how I'm feeling or what I'm doing. And then I ended up having a really good back session. I was really, really happy with it. I got to the end of the day, I still had a heap of food left to eat, and I was like, fuck, do I just jump on the Uber Eats app and hit reorder or do I do something about it? And then, I posted the second story about that where I was like, I just worked out how much protein I needed, calculated enough chicken breast that would have hit those macros, calculated how much carbs I needed for the rest of the day, tracked how much rice that would be, cooked that, and then whatever my fats I needed, I just drizzled some macadamia oil over the top. And the overwhelming positive sensation that I felt internally from doing the right things, even when I felt like I didn't really want to do the right things, I think has flowed into today, and I feel really, really good today. I got in nice and early, had all my client check-ins done, got all my online check-ins done, my in-persons, everything. I hit all my meals already today, so we're going to be training after 2.5, 3 meals, which is perfect for me. So I'm really, really motivated to have a really good session today. And I think that really just shows you how one small choice can flow onto a lot of things. And it's not the end of the world. We're not trying to win a marathon in one step, but one step is the way to winning a marathon, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think for me, like I've been doing this long enough now that I understand that motivation is one thing and discipline is another. You've heard that quote a bunch of times that not everybody can always be motivated, but you can always be disciplined. And knowing what I do every day is eventually going to result in next year's pro show. Like we've already tentatively put in dates for next year's pro show. So that's what I'm working towards now. And I don't want to get to the start of prep next year and be like, fuck, I've got a lot of work to do because I cut corners in the off season. I'm a professional bodybuilder 365 days a year. Now that's not me saying I have to be perfect 365 days a year, but it means that I'm mindful of the fact of the choices that I make, no matter how big or small, are going to affect the outcome at one way, shape or form. And if I can make as many good choices in those 365 days that are going to proactively push me towards being a successful bodybuilder, then I choose to make those decisions. And that's what it comes down to. It's a choice. And I was having a really good conversation on the way into work this morning with someone, and we were talking about how bodybuilders choose to go into a prep and then they choose to complain about it the entire time. Like, how often do you see that? It's ridiculous. Like, it blows my mind that people are like, and this all goes back to, in my opinion, it's what's your why for competing? I spoke to a client this morning and she's probably 8 weeks out in a really good spot. And I said to her, I was like, what is your definition of success? And everybody's definition of success is going to be completely different depending on the stages that they're at in their career or their personal life or whatever the case may be. And her initial response was winning. She defines success by winning. And I understand that. I relate to that. I'm a natural born winner. I can't stand, I hate losing more than I love winning, I think is probably more of my prerogative. My fear of being inferior or my fear of not reaching my ultimate potential is something that keeps me motivated. And I sort of had to readdress that a little bit because bodybuilding, you can't control winning and losing in bodybuilding. You can only control the package that you put on stage. And this is very niche, obviously. I'm talking specifically in terms of bodybuilding, but if you can tick every box every single day and know that you gave everything to be the best you that you can possibly be, and some genetic freak from Iran rocks up on stage and blows you out of the water, then that's out of your control. I think we spend too much of our life getting caught up in what we can't control, who we're competing against, where we're at in our journey, whether it's year 1, year 6, and we're comparing ourselves to someone that's in year 15. You know, everybody, it's so cliche, but everyone is walking their own path. Everyone is on their own journey, as much as I hate to use the word. But being present, being self-aware, and reassuring yourself that as long as you keep getting better to some extent every single day, you're going to be successful. And I think that's really important. And that's what motivates me. Going back to your question earlier, that's what motivates me, or that's what keeps me disciplined to do things that on days that I probably don't really feel like doing what I have to do, it's what I have to do. Doing it for me has definitely been probably something that I've developed since turning pro. I think that was definitely the defining arc and the defining sort of characteristic of, okay, I'm successful enough now that I can continue to be successful for no other reason than myself. And I don't mean that from a selfish standpoint. I mean that from a sense of, from a very, very early age, I've believed in my own ability, often to a fault. Like, I've faked it till I've made it. I've set the bar extremely high in everything that I've ever done. And I've never done anything by halves. And that's one thing that my granddad always implored in me was, if you're going to do something, do it properly. And that's what I've implemented in every aspect of my life. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it to my fullest potential, and I'm not going to do it half-assed. And I think that's where, from a bodybuilding standpoint, you know, once I turned pro and I allowed myself to believe in my own ability to be a successful professional bodybuilder, it was like, you know what, I'm going to do this because I think I'm a professional bodybuilder, not because someone wants me to be, not because someone doesn't think I'm going to be, but it's like, no, I believe in my ability. I believe that I can reach the highest competitive show in this industry. And I firmly believe that. And I say that without a shadow of a doubt, is I genuinely believe that I have the ability to be on an Olympia stage one day. And I don't shy away from that. I don't hide that fact. When people ask me, what's your ultimate goal? It's like, no, it's to compete at the Olympia. When I picked up a basketball, my ultimate goal was to play in the NBA. Like, when I was playing football, my ultimate goal was to play in the AFL. It was not to reach a specific point and be like, yeah, I'm cool, I'm done, I'm happy with that. Like, no, the constant drive to be better, and there's always some instance in which you can always get better in every aspect of life. There's no such thing as perfection, I don't think. So yeah, it's definitely been in like the last 18 months where I think it's less fake confidence and more genuine confidence. And I don't mean that in a sense of arrogance. I don't mean that as a sense of being like braggadocious or, you know, too over the top. It's just, I know my place in this industry. I know my place in my career. I know where I'm at, and I know where I potentially can and will be. And that's the confidence that I have when I walk into a room now. And it's not fake. It's not, and it was for a long period of time. You know, the loud, obnoxious, overconfident person was completely a facade, and it was my version of a defense mechanism of portraying a sense of confidence in believing in myself that I thought people thought I should have. Whereas now I genuinely have that belief in my own ability. I've seen it firsthand. I know what I'm capable of doing. And it's just, what do I need to do in order to make that an accomplishment? Or what do I need to do in order to make that, you know, successive in whatever shape that looks? And I know it's 100% within my ability to make that happen, but it's within my ability. It's not within anybody else's. It's completely within my control. I can control whether I'm good enough to be at that level, and that's not anybody else's responsibility, and it's not anything that anybody else can control. They can definitely influence it, like I said, with the positive or negative influences that you surround yourself with. It can definitely be beneficial or negative, depending on which way you do it. But at the end of the day, I am the controller of my destiny. I am the ruler of my fate, and I eventually control where I end up. And I refuse to give myself any excuses to look back on and give myself an out as to why I wasn't as successful as I genuinely want to be. So we're going to go to Muscle City, train some chest, see what time it is on the way back. Maybe we'll get some cheeky Nando's, but we might be strapped for time by the time we get there and get back. But I feel like we've had some deep conversations this morning already. Okay, let's go. it out. You look like the uncle at family barbecues that could have played pro sports if he was 3 inches taller. No, he's gonna bleach his hair. Did you know that? If I bleach my hair. Someone asked me, does your hair grow when you jump on a cycle? I said, yeah, just everywhere but your head. Like everywhere but your head. My toxic trait is only adding a 20 plate. That's my toxic trait.
I do that, but then I just drop it, so.
Well, it's funny because last week I did 4 plates on the T-bar row. And this week I was like, 4 plates wasn't heavy enough. So the next progression
We're not gonna go half, we're gonna go 5.
Five.
Straight to 5.
So I went straight to 5. And I unracked it and got 3 reps in and went, fuck. Fuck. At some point in time, you're going to need to flip the switch and be 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
And I would rather you get and build those habits now and be 100% and do shit that might not be ideal for you right now so that when shit does get hard, it's easy. Does that make sense?
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah. So it's like, do we have to do that right now? No. Are you going to benefit from doing it right now? Absolutely. So I would rather you benefit from doing the right things right now so that when shit does get hard and you're tired, lethargic, don't have the energy, it's just same process, simple. So we're not overcomplicating it. Yeah. So it's not like we're getting to 6 weeks out and I'm like, all right, bro, we got to fucking flip the switch and go. And you're like, fuck. Do you know what I mean? So everything's already in place for us to do that from now. And it's going to result in a better result on stage because it's just going to be a seamless transition. You don't have to overthink anything. When you do get to the end of prep and like your brain starts to fucking go woo-woo, everything is just lined up, ready to go. So you don't have to overthink it. It's just the same shit. So make a meal, hit your macros perfectly, and take it with you. Hit a front relax for me. Yeah. Yeah, nice. Quarter turn. Drop this a little bit, and then bring this around a little bit. There you go. So you're starting to get that thickness and that density now. Good. Quarter turn. Squeeze back and then open up again. Yeah. Yeah, wow. Good. Drop this. There you go. The waist is still just fucking tiny. It's just like, you just got a lot of food volume in there. Yeah. But the waist is still actually tiny. Hit two classic shots. Yeah. Yeah. So a lot of people I see, it's funny, I had 2 posing clients yesterday and they kind of like will like cover their midsection when they hit that classic shot. And I said, like, you're kind of like closing yourself off. And the same guy was like doing this kind of a pose. Like so many people pose so small. So when I hit my classic shot, I actually put my fist in like behind where my lat inserts. And then I roll it all the way around and then pull up. Yeah. See, that's crazy good. And then with your thumbs, so try and like roll your hand all the way to the back. So pull your thumb to the back of the room. So see the bicep peak? Yeah, you can even open that up a little bit more. Okay. So when people don't have taper, so when people don't have like genetically wider lats and they hit this, it's just a straight line. Yeah. Because you've got the lat, you can kind of hit it. Yeah. So I kind of need people to kind of come out a little bit more and then hit it that way so it looks like a shape coming in. Whereas because you've got like pretty genetically okay lats, you've still got that taper in. Yeah. And then I'm gonna call a spade because we've got shit biceps. When we open up, like there's too much gap here without the bicep peak. So you can afford to come in. Yeah. So we're posing around smaller biceps but bigger lats. Yep. Whereas like most people genetically are pretty good from a bicep standpoint and not as good from a back and a lat standpoint. So I need them to kind of come out a little bit more to get more lat out, to show more bicep, and then they can hit that. Yeah. But yeah. You two have very similar quad insertions like you and Mitch, like very long. Yeah, see, that's a great shot. Yeah, and because you have such long insertions, like because they insert so high up, right, you want to see all that split all the way up. Yeah. With me?
Yep. Good, come on, finish it.
Good, 2 more. Yep. Yep.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're done. Oh my God. That was heavy. That was good, I like it. It's really hard to like, once you start to really go heavy on a pec deck, you can really start to cheat the rep and use other muscle groups. So it's really important to keep your chest like really nice and high in that finishing position to really maximize that contraction. A lot of people, when they start to get too heavy or hit failure with a pec fly,
they start to do that motion. And that's when it just becomes all front shoulder. No, I always do it facing this way. It's throwing me off because I always use that Smith machine. Oh my God. For someone that's just been straight like free barbell pressing for the last like 2 months, this feels like piss easy. We could be on here, Mitchell. Three plates for like 3 pretty comfortably. I haven't put this much on a Smith incline in a while, so I don't know how it's going to go. But I theoretically should be able to get like 6 and then +2 with you type scenario. But we'll see how it goes. There's only one way to find out. If he dies, he dies. One more.
Yeah, we're in here. Squeeze hard, harder.
Thank you, bro. I had to make him work for that last one a little bit. When you have to rechange your grip.
Yeah, had to go for
Good
it.
shit. Kilos, it's a different story altogether.
Mate, you're done.
Yeah.
Fuck, that was a great grind. Because you didn't give up.
On that 6 one?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I had 6 in my head, like I needed to get 6, like 100%, so
That's
probably
the growth rate.
that is the growth rate. That felt really good though, like connection was really good, so I'll back off to 3 plates aside, aim for like 8 to 10, I reckon. I don't know, as a back off set, probably not, but maybe 6 to 8, and then we'll do a bit more high volume stuff. I figure that like I was always going to hell regardless, so I may as well at least get a good seat. Like if I'm gonna go, I may as well make it worth my while.
I like warm weather
Yeah.
anyway. I like warm weather.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get to hell and have like Satan be like, nah.
Maybe.
I'd be like,
Had more in ya.
VIP, bro.
Killed that guy.
VIP. We've been waiting for you. Perfect. Bring that elbow forward, when in actual fact you're just pulling at the teres and the lat. There's like so many people when they're like doing a tricep extension, they'll like, oh, I need maximal stretch, so they'll like do this. And it's like you're literally just stretching through the teres and like the lat. So for me, I actually like, as I'm bringing my hand forward, I'm actually bringing my elbow back and then my elbow forward as I contract. Rather. So basically when I'm doing rear delts, no.
If anyone's gonna do it, it's you.
It's me, it's 100% me. I don't know what it is, but I feel like an insane pump right now. Scheduled content. I get so much anxiety when I schedule content because I like to Because if anything gets posted and I can't automatically like read it, reply to comments, or like see what people are putting on the post, I get real bad anxiety. So I could only imagine so much better. Like someone asked me the other day about our YouTube content actually, and they were like, oh, blah, 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 what does Mitch put in? And I was like, I cannot explain to you how much I do not have anything to do with my YouTube. I film on a Tuesday, and then I don't see anything until it gets posted to the public on a Friday afternoon. I have no clue what Mitch has left in. I have no clue what Mitch has taken out. I have no clue what edits or overlays Mitch has added to the YouTube. I don't know until you see it. I was using like 3 machines at once, so I can't really like be upset about it. And the problem is I'm almost always busy at 5 p.m. on a Friday, so I don't watch my own YouTube video until like 9 o'clock Friday night. And it's just whatever it is. So a lot of people don't contract their chest until they're halfway through the rep. So for me, I'm like all chest. Say again? Yeah. Yeah. They're coming up, eh? Yeah, getting there. We're done. Oh look, Muscle Nation. Right on.
That was not even planned.
It wasn't planned. Don't worry about
I
the
did
other.
not put that
Can you
strategically.
blur those out, please? Blur those out.
Above the hips.
Oh. No, that's a wrap on today. Do you want to do my outro?
That's a wrap. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something today. I'm Jay. That's Matt. That's Edwin.
Jay got a perm, but
No wink this week.
you know the drill.
The drill.
Edwin, is that actually your name?
No, what the fuck?